Hey, locker room. I just got back to my suite. Just got back from the fight, and I just want to talk about the fight. I mean, that was that was incredible. It was so intense the whole while during that fight. When from the time they introduced Terrence Crawford and then Canelo, you could feel in the room the intensity. And then when they started, oh my God, there was so many, divides in there. Mexico. Everybody was shouting Mexico. And think about this. Yeah, yeah, there was a lot in that. There was a lot in that. Canelo and the champion he has been. And then Crawford and the champion he has been. Canelo has his whole country behind him, all his people behind him. He stands for one of the greatest boxing nations, ever. So, they treat their fighters right. They love their fighters. And Canelo has that following. And that's why Canelo made $150 million. That's what they get say. 150. Bud made $50 million. Now, those numbers will change in the rematch. Because Bud have some power, and Canelo's going after what Bud took from him. So, Canelo still has all the draw. So, but Bud has the belt, and they'll be able to work out a little more favorable deal for Bud though. But think about this, man. Think about this. Because I was saying, I don't know that we have given justice to Terrence Crawford. All I'm saying here is when we start thinking about great champions, great champions, who everybody knows, Mike Tyson crosses all places. Great champion. And he had something, so you were drawn to it. Savageness, And then you look at him now, and he had that Swedish dude in the war. That's my boy, too. I saw him. I always have a great time with Mike Tyson. And Vander Holyfield, But Mike Tyson really had something. Ali really had something, So now, Terrence Crawford, I don't know that we give him his rightful credit because it doesn't come with the pizzazz. It just comes with the efficiency and getting it done. And even Sugar Ray Leonard, we talk about him. These are iconic fighters. You have to now. And I know we've given him love, but I'm telling you now, we've sold it short on what this man has accomplished. You really have to start attaching some form of GOAT to him when you're looking at it. Now we'll give Mayweather that. We'll tag a Tyson that, you know what I mean? I certainly wanted to put Earl Spence on that, all of that. But man, yeah. And I'm wondering, because he's earned it in his profession. And since he doesn't have all of that pizzazz and colorful stuff in his person, how will that play on his championship? How will that play on his legacy? That draw in there tonight, I would suffice to say a lot of them, really found out about Terrence Crawford tonight. I thought it was interesting on his intro music, but you got to start putting them up there. with some of the greatest champions. And I thought this was interesting too. I was watching it. Now, okay, I'm still in pain from the Earl Spence beatdown. But, I'm with I was with Crawford, and for so many reasons I was with him. But and I wanted this fight for him because I like he's stepping way up. It's the little man because Canelo looked bigger coming towards him. And Canelo's a tank, and he would not stop. He just kept coming and kept coming. So you got to respect him all the way for that. He puts everything on the line. Both of these dudes, dog, that's really what I want to say. Both of these dudes, we got to give them the utmost respect for even stepping in the ring. All I'm trying to say to you guys is think about this. This is why I'm saying when I'm saying Crawford doesn't get what he deserves for as great as a champion as he is. You know why? Because think about, okay, Sugar Ray. Sugar Ray fought Thomas Hearns. Sugar Ray fought Marvin Hagler. So you were fighting all the great fighters that we thought were the great fighters right then, and you were beating them. So then we put you as a great fighter on top because you fought them all and you beat them all. This new boxing thing where everybody didn't fight everybody, and the great fighters didn't fight each other. They just kind of went their way. Now you're seeing, and this is what I love, you're seeing people like Netflix bringing it all together to give us something. To give us something, man. That event tonight was incredible. And Terrence Crawford, he has to thank Netflix because you got to fight these kind of fighters if you're going to get the reputation and get the acronym tagged on your name. GOAT. You got to fight them. You got to fight the Earl Spence because Earl Spence was great. You got to fight the Canelo, and you walking away still unblemished. Yeah, kudos to that, putting it all together, and taking home a purse of $200 million, where Crawford gets 50 and Canelo got 150. I'm saying they'll rematch, and those numbers will play out closer to 125 apiece. You see what I mean? And you gotta take it. And Netflix gonna bring it to us. And we gonna tune in again. My boy Brandon over there. He works with Netflix, man. Brandon I know a long time. And as I'm sitting there with him, I'm like, Brandon Riggs, I'm like, man, look at this, man. Look at all of these people. And Netflix has gotten into sports, and it's incredible. I mean, and for me, let me give you a backdrop on why it's incredible for me to watch. Because, years ago, when Jerry and I was talking, and Jerry was telling me about Netflix coming in. Now that they're here, I can tell you guys this. But he was telling me about Netflix coming in. As a matter of fact, it was, by Netflix coming in, I'd say that. I'll let go where I was leaving. But he was letting me know this is going to be what's coming with the NFL now in sports. And man, since they have jumped in, they put on some great events. And it's been great. It's been fun. That was insane tonight. And they brought the best against the best. Yeah, we can see it. It's got to be a rematch. It's got to be a rematch. I got to respect Canelo, man. He's a bulldog because I watch Bud fight Earl, and I was hurt watching how he just pressured Earl, and he just beat Earl down. Boom, boom, boom. And Earl's my boy, and I love it. Cowboy fan. But he just kept pressuring him. And then when this fight, I wanted to see, okay, is he gonna pressure? He gonna pressure? But he came in and Canelo was pressuring him. And I was like, oh, Crawford was on his back pedal, but he's a little quicker. But Canelo's a bull. And he just kept coming. Straight up reminded me of Daryl Johnson. Because I love DJ. And I always told DJ, man, he has that fight in him. Like I watch him go up in there, woof, hit them linebackers, woof, over and over again. Sooner or later, if I'm DJ and I'm watching it, sooner or later I'm gonna turn one of these or do dive. But Moose never did that. Oh, I used to call. I said, "Boy, you the hardest white boy I know." Every time I get up in the huddle with him, because we needed a yard, I would look at him and say, "Hey, hardest white boy I know." And Moose get in front of Emmett. Y'all know Emmett. Well, Moose later, woof. Hey, it's amazing. Them the last kind of people in the world you want to fight. Them kind of jokers that just won't stop. Canelo just wouldn't stop. He kept pressing him. And that made it a good fight. That made it a good fight. So he ain't have no quit in him, and you got to honor him for putting all of his legacy on the line. And I'm expecting to see a rematch one day soon. Yeah, that'll probably be the next fight Netflix bring us, and I'm promising you, I'll be there because it's going to be epic. Make sure you don't miss this one. Make sure you don't miss the next one if you did miss this one. You know what I'm saying? A lot of college football, man. I don't know. I'm not worried. I'm anxious. I'm gonna be anxious too. I'm really looking forward to dissecting what the Cowboys do against the Giants tomorrow. That's what I should say. And I think that's the best way to say, because I think this show give us a great deal of information. There's information you got from the first game, but that information only matters when you get the information from this game. That's what I'm looking forward to seeing this game. All right, lock me in. I think they want to go by Komodo and do some little private little thing with Netflix again. Yeah. I'll let you know something goes down. All right, peace.